All protocols duly observed. My name is Owotemu Ebe. I'm here to represent the White Group, and we are going to be proposing effective income avenues for discount houses. First of all, before I begin, I'd just like to take us through a little quick preamble. The history of discount houses, what necessitated how discount houses came into being. Like currently what we are facing now, we are trying to come out of a crisis, a financial crisis. It was something similar in the early 90s that brought to birth discount houses, where we had to majorly play the role of intermediation, help the central bank take up, making market in government instruments and the likes. It's been a really rough year, and we've seen it culminating in a whole lot of reforms, change in guidelines, reclassification of banks, and with this reclassification, obviously will come things that will, enhance performance, reduce performance, strict measures, what have you, implications for risk, opportunities that will come out of the crisis and what have you. And it is in the light of that that we've decided that we can look at our operations and see what we can, propose. What we've done largely is to look at what we've been into. We've been largely known for being, experts in the money market, making money market instruments, selling, what have you, the rest of them. We've also been able to, over the years, go into a bit into the capital market. And part of what we've also discovered from our research, aside from these two major areas where we've laid emphasis on, there are also opportunities in our alternative investment markets, which the CBN has also introduced by way of adjusting our guidelines not too recently. Under money markets, you have government securities, which is, I won't bore us with those details, repo agreements, investments and VAs and CPs, government securities, but in the light of that, we also think there are areas where we can, as experts and long-term players in this market, have identified things we could do. For instance, along with my panel of experts, we've been able to look at what they call strips, where you break down investments, create forward transactions, be able to sell these investments along different lines. You could sell the coupons for people that don't have needs for it right now. We've also looked at the capital market and looked at debt management, portfolio restructuring, and these are areas that have portend a lot of opportunities for income generation for us. Brokerage services. Along that line too, we've also looked at the fact that our economy is moving on now from an all-herd mentality kind economy to a specialist economy. And what we've looked at is look at areas where our economy is largely lagging and where we can also create inroads and at the same time earn income. One of those such areas is real estate investment trusts. We only have one of such in the market, and we know with our expertise of trading and what we've been doing and what we've been able to do with KGIF, we believe we can play a whole lot better in that area. Then ethical funds as well. Infrastructure investment. It's a major key thing for the government. And we think we can earn income in that light, structuring securities in those areas. For the alternative investment, which largely was brought about by the CBN opening up the FX window for discount houses. We think FX trading with strict risk principles and guidelines, it's another area for us to make income. Derivatives trading as well. I think in the 90s, before we developed the market to what it is now, trading in government securities didn't used to be this active, and we think we can spearhead that part of the market by creating forwards markets, swaps, options, derivatives, like I said, with strict risk compliance. As well, we are also looking at, if you are doing real estate investment trust, it also means you can as well invest in all such investment vehicles in other locations in foreign denominations. Those are areas as well we can increase our income. You look at currently, with the crisis going on, a lot of people are coming into the emerging markets, investing in areas where income is quite high. You look at Ghana, for instance, treasury bills in Ghana was doing quite higher than what it was doing in Nigeria when we're doing around 1%, 2%. And that was an outlet for us, considering the fact that we can trade in Forex, to also go into. We've also looked at some of the things we've done in the past. It's not just about proposing new things. We've also looked at in-house. There are areas particularly that we've not really explored. That is our corporate finance angle. We think in corporate finance there's a whole lot we could do. We could do provision of hedging services in corporate finance. We can provide guarantees to certain limits for foreign-based entities or people that are trying to do export-generating businesses, and issuing those guarantees give us, some room to charge some fees. Loan syndication as well, we could do that. So that's an angle we are looking at, not just our usual services. And under that as well, there's something we've looked at and we think we can play largely in issuing housing. That gives us a whole room to do a lot of things, considering what's going on in the society now. A lot of mergers and acquisitions are going to come out, a lot of project financing. So packaging these projects, these have so many avenues for us to earn fees. Part of the alternative investment as well, the government, largely the central bank, was trying to recap the issues that brought us to where we are right now. Part of that was the risk appetite that we had. And part of that was there was reckless investing. People were chasing profits seriously. So we looked at it and we said, look, we could also venture into ethical forms of investments. An arm of that would be Islamic banking. You are looking at where you could do leasing arrangements, where you could do arrangements that for people that have funds and are saying, look, I don't want interest-bearing investments. I want to do some more of, profit sharing, some more of things that I will be, okay with. Under the ethical arm as well, you are looking at situations where people are saying, look, the industry is getting too volatile. People are doing things I don't like. I want to concentrate in these classes of industries. We could look at that. Part of our recommendations was just not to look beyond this. We're also looking at recalibrating our workforce. What that will mean is we'll look at our products, look at the expertise that is available. How much credit expertise do we have? How much credit sense do we have? We know it's a long shot, but I think by the time we go back, look at these things, we have a whole lot more to offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, but let's do the panel of judges as well.